It's deranged, royal fae. They'll act crazy all day. They'll apologize for the fail, but still scream and wail. It's deranged, royal fae. Yeah!
So yes, I am now in my new cell. It's a temporary cell, it's the transition cell, so I won't be here hopefully too long. And besides, I'm going to make a little bit of escape and venture the woods outside of the asylum. Alright, so safely at my family's home. It was a hell of a week. I'm exhausted. It's I'm mentally exhausted. I'm not I was very, very sore for a few days, where I was limping. One morning I woke up and I tried getting up and I almost fell back down because I was that sore. And I've been limping around for a bit. I'm doing much better now. I have at least 9 bruises each leg from the knee down. And that's probably, I probably missed a good amount. Basically, since I'm at my family's place, absolutely no drinking, because I don't want them seeing me drink. They like to drink. I don't want them seeing me drink. I don't want to drink with them. And absolutely no letting them see me in feminine clothes. Because I don't need them slipping back. I mean, at least they're trying with the gendering and such, I appreciate, but still, I'll make this short and sweet for the most part. I just only want to update, and hopefully when I've made my escape, before I come back to the asylum, I shall hopefully be documenting my escape out in the woods. The camp. I'll be working at the camp. I might have been petty and taken a few things. Everything I took were technically mine or something I bought. I did take a gift from me to them, which was a picnic basket, but they weren't using it, and it's cute as fuck, and it's Pokemon themed, so I'm gonna keep it. I also grabbed this organizer that I've had since before I ever met them, and I converted it into a mail organizer for the 3 of us, where we had the one that was it was the designated sub on the bottom. Because she's a bottom. And then mine was in the middle, and yada yada yada. And I took that, and I put their mail nicely down their piles. I didn't do them or anything. I kept them organized. I wouldn't be that much of an asshole. At one point, Kitty was getting very huffy with me, where because I was talking about how my mom might be able to come by, once every day and blah blah blah, and that wouldn't end up happening. My mom's a very busy person. She's disabled too. She's literally limping around more than I was. Can't do any heavy lifting, and my family had such short notice to get this room cleared out for me, because it was kind of being used as a storage for people. So everyone in this household works. There's kids, there's dogs. My mom's disabled, and she works from home, but she's the one that can't do any lifting. So it was a very unrealistic expectation that I'd be able to get in less than a week. Not even the 6 days, not even a week, in less than a week. So I took up that full. I didn't leave until Sunday because that's when I was given anyways. But she was getting a little huffy Friday, Saturday night, where there was the idea of me bringing some stuff over. She was willing to drive them over. I had the idea that maybe I could get there Friday and then Saturday we'd be in the trailer and get everything out. But that didn't end up happening. My mom ended up hiring professional movers that made things go so much faster. And she ended up renting a truck rather than bringing the trailer, because the trip it would have taken, it was going to be a 2-hour trip to get the trailer from where it was and then back to where it was would be a 2-hour trip as well. So I get it, and I really, really, I didn't expect her to spend any money on this, and I appreciate that she did. Kitty was getting a bit huffy with me and was she has this thing she gets sometimes where I don't think she's aware of it, but she just kind of make comments or she has this attitude about it, and she was getting an attitude about this, and I did call her out a little bit. I was well, I mean, it was very short notice, with her being a little huffy that I wasn't getting out sooner. That I was getting huffy that I wasn't getting out sooner. And apparently even texted my mom behind my back. The same thing she was pretty much saying to me. And my mom went off. In a very polite, nice way. My mom went off. Because I had told my mom. And so my mom, knowing that, I guess, was just like, look, I'm disabled. Everyone works. A lot of things are happening. There's a funeral happening in a couple of days. Be patient. Kind of thing. That's like the nutshell of it. My mom's a mama bear. You do not mess with her cubs. But yeah, so I got here safely. Hummingbird was I didn't get offered any goodbye hug or goodbye shake or anything like that. And Hummingbird immediately just was like, okay, where's the house key? And I was like, oh, it's in one of the bags, so I've been packed. Which actually I think was true. Because when I finally got home and the keychain I thought it would be on, it wasn't on. It's like, oh, well then. So I technically was lying that it was lost. Or I lied today that it was lost. And then I decided, okay, I'm going to mail it to them. And I decided to have this nice letter. Maybe I'll post the reading of the letter here. Because I did read it, because it's going to be really hard to read. And I will censor out names too, I guess. I know they're probably not going to read the letter. And if they do, they'll never respond. And maybe they'll block me. And maybe even Kitty's girlfriend will convince them that I'm being abusive and toxic and not to listen to a single thing I wrote. And yeah, she lives in the same town with me, so I hope she doesn't see my address in the letter and try starting some shit. I don't think she would go that far, but if she does, I will throw hands. You don't do that at my family's estate in front of the kids. And you definitely don't do it in front of my mom. I don't care if she's limping. She will probably try to kick your ass. Don't know if there's much more to say. I've just been going and going and going since 10:30 Sunday of the 12th, I want to say. And it's now 17th. So ain't no rest for the wicked, right? Okay, like I said, I wanted to keep this short, so I guess under 10 minutes. If I add the reading of the letter, maybe about 10 minutes. Nothing feels real. And it's I'm gonna wake up from this, right? It is what it is, and I know I need to move on. Only way to go is forward. Me and my best friend are making a lot of plans. We might even have potentially 2 other roommates. So, yeah. Okay, sarah, will be. Just keep moving forward. Alright, thank you all for watching and listening, and yeah, I'm safe, I'm out of there, and I'll give more updates in the future, hopefully. Thank you so much for watching, and especially in this Pride Month, have a gay day.
I know neither of you will read this, and if you do, I know there will be no response. Both of you have the goal to get on my case about communication, but fail in that field too. Guess we're all hypocrites. Couldn't even communicate to me why I had only 6 days to be kicked out. Only gave me puppy dog eyes, and it was hard enough to tell you. As though uprooting my last 4 years of my life isn't the hardest part here. To top it all off, absolutely no privacy. You just had to do it in front of was she damage control. I can understand how doing something like this is hard, but it certainly didn't seem all that hard for you anymore when and were having a grand old time, laughing and watching YouTube on the couch, even fooling around at one point, all whilst I collected my stuff around you all. I feel like I deserve at least an answer as to why I was given less than a week's notice after 4 years together. Didn't even give me a month since giving me any sort of heads up. It's like a switch was flipped that day, going from wanting to set something up for me to stay longer to suddenly saying I need to hastily leave. Maybe you don't like me as a person, and that's fine. Maybe people convinced you, both I was using you, and that's fair. It feels like I wasn't given a chance. I tried to start conversations, to know how to contribute rather than take away, and I was unanswered. I crossed some sort of boundary I never knew was there despite asking. I say all of this, but I know I won't get an answer. They're both cowards. But despite that, despite how much you've both hurt me and burned this bridge, I still love you both. So I guess that makes me a fool. To think every day since that night had ended, I had wished to ask for you both back. Especially. Never changed, even a year later, even after distance. I talked to the most because she was available, but how deeply I longed for her. But I wanted to respect the boundary she set and wait until she was ready. Though I did write what I wanted to say as I thought I was running out of time. I was tempted to leave that there, but there's no point in me confessing my love again to someone who clearly wants to burn the bridge to me in every way. I don't blame either of you for asking me to move out, but I am angry of how I was given less than a week. No privacy, hardly any help, a lack of sensitivity, refusal to communicate, attitude when unrealistic expectations weren't met, sneaking behind my back to make our problems my mom's, and so much more. I know I failed, but so did the both of you. We failed each other. As angry as I was this last week, as peeved as I still am, I'd give the world to be sandwiched between the both of you. But that's my problem. Always hurt the people I love, and always will be hurt by the people I love. What's next? Do I get blocked? Do we never talk again? Do you just never read this letter? I intend to pay you both back still, but I'll never talk to you again if you will it. And to think I was going to say to both of you on my final day to never talk to me again. What a fool.
Well, they're glad that you stayed, yet you wasted yet another day. Their videos are a bore, but they've got lots more in store. It's Deranged, Royal Faye. Yeah.